Kelly Clarkson, I Do Not Hook Up. It's 107.9 Life FM. Good to have you along this morning. It's Jane with you, and joining us each morning we have guests that inspire us in life. We've got a few inspirational people with us this morning. I'd like to introduce you to Laura, Georgia, as well as Daniel. Good morning to you all. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Good morning. Well, thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Great to see a full studio. We're going to hear a little bit of your passion, your heart, and, well, your stories too, particularly the girls, with both of you dealing with some eating disorders over the last few years and with an opportunity to, I guess, make a bit of an impact tomorrow when it comes to help here in Adelaide. First of all, Daniel, now, we met you through the Len and Pete show when we were in the city doing our broadcast. You popped in and had a chat to Len and Pete. Now, people may have missed that interview, so tell us a little bit about where your passion is when it comes to eating disorders.
Essentially, the background with that is I had a few female friends in high school that suffered from different eating disorders. One of them actually directed me to the Facebook page, I should say, Help Stop the Eating Disorder Unit of Flinders from Closing Down. I read a lot of the details, a lot of the emotional stories, people giving their, essentially their run-throughs of the experiences that they've been through. A lot of it really spoke to me, and I felt, I can really actually do something with my uni break, try to make a real difference and help some people out. So essentially I got in contact with the people that organised it, started doing petitions, and that's where I actually met Len and Pete and did a radio interview with them shortly during a traffic report to essentially mention our cause and what we do.
And so they handed it over to me, and I thought we'd find out a little bit more because this event is tomorrow, so we've got a little bit of time to still link in with it. I thought we'd find out a little bit about the girls' stories. So first of all, to you, Georgia. Now, you're here because no doubt you've had an issue, you've had a trouble with an eating disorder. So for you, where did it start? Do you remember when you knew there was a problem?
Yeah, I was 16 years old and I'd just moved schools, so I'd gone from pretty much an all-girls school to basically an all-boys school, which was a total culture shock. And then just life events and things like that basically led me to an eating disorder, and I developed anorexia nervosa, and I was 16 years old. And then when I was 17, I went into Ward 4G. I just had my 17th birthday, and basically they saved my life, to put it simply.
That's very close to my heart. As I mentioned, my daughter turned 17 just earlier this week, and, if it was my daughter going through this as a parent, I just want the best service and the best for her so that she could get better. And in particular, this rally and what you're doing and what will be happening in the city tomorrow with Ward 4G is helping to save it. Over to you, Laura. Now, you've been involved too, so tell us a little bit about your story and your experience with Ward 4G.
Basically, I became sick when I was about 16, same as Georgia. I got bullied at school really, really bad, and I felt like I had to be a certain way, all the perfectionism sort of things. And I was admitted into the women's and children's, but I was tube fed and then sent home, and I didn't feel that helped me out at all. And then I relapsed again, this time with bulimia as well, and that's when I heard about the Ward 4G at Flinders. And I was admitted there. I was about 39 kilos and very unwell. And basically, I went in for the 2-week program and then went in for a 6-week program and found that I just got back into the regular, healthy eating patterns, and I got to have 24-hour care from the nurses, could talk to them whenever I wanted to, and, gradually started to think better, and it practically did save my life as well. I don't know where I'd be if it wasn't for that ward. I'd probably not here, unfortunately.
So now, both of you girls, what age are you now?
I'm 22.
I'm 21.
So this is a few years ago, and to me, you look a picture of health. You've obviously got through, but there's still, every day is a challenge, I guess. You've got to not go back to bad habits. What were some of the things that helped you in particular through the work at Flinders?
Basically, they told me, I already knew about the disease. I knew I was sick. I just didn't know how to stop it. The more I tried to stop it, the sicker I got. It was just a really bad cycle, and I just always said it would never happen to me, and it did. So you can never say never.
Never say never.
That's right. And they basically taught me how to stop the voice in my head that was telling me not to eat, and what sort of different thoughts that I could replace it with, and got positive quotes. We all love positive quotes. They're great. And it just helps stop the vicious cycle, I guess. And it's still ongoing. Like, I still struggle with, every now and then I might have a freak out. All the stress of this, everything that's happening is causing a lot of people to relapse. It's not good. That's why we want to have this rally and put a stop to it, because it's just getting ridiculous. But yeah, they just help you so much. Unless you've been through it, it's really hard to describe. It changes the voices in your head, basically, and makes them positive instead of negative. It's
great support. And you mentioned there the rally, because there will be certainly a little bit of action in the city tomorrow, that you're getting together because you've got a few concerns because the clinic's being moved. Is that correct? And what are some of the concerns that you've got there?
It's being taken out of the ward's been closed down from Flinders and being relocated to the Margaret Tobin Centre, which is a general psychiatric facility. And having suffered from eating disorders, we feel that the recovery process for eating disorder sufferers specifically would not blend well with the recovery of other mental illnesses. We're not like being disrespectful to any of the other illnesses, but this particular illness is very different, and we feel that the ward in Flinders is fine as it is, and it's helped a lot of people. Why move it? And another thing is at Margaret Tobin, they don't allow patients under the age of 18 years of age. And as we know, eating disorders usually start in the early teens and to about 18. So if it moves, where are these patients going to go if they're really, really deathly sick? So you've got passionate for the cause. Laura Georgia joining us this morning, and also one of the organisers of the event tomorrow. Daniel, we're going to find out a little bit more about the event, and if it's something that interests you, maybe you would like to get along, give you some details too. First though, this is Need to Breathe, Let Us Love.